Got 99 hours on this T754. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit and give a 100-hour review. Hopefully nothing breaks in the next hour. But I wanted to talk about the T754 and what I like, what I don't like about it, and just TYM in general. We've been with TYM for 6 years. I've got the T224, the T574. And now I've got another year left on the contract for the T754. The 224 and the 574, they're not under contract, but they're my daily tractors. So I obviously I use them in our videos and stuff like that. But this is the 754 is a power shuttle shift, 75 horsepower, Deutz engine. And I love this tractor. There are some things I don't like about it. So don't think this is all going to be like sunshine and flowers and all that good stuff, because it's not. But I'm telling you, this is a good tractor. We're going to talk about some of the drawbacks that it has, some of the limitations that it has, some of the things that I'm like, why in the world did they not do this when they built this tractor? And from what I understand, the new T78 or whatever that's coming out did not fix the problem. So we're going to talk about that. And I just want you to just kind of, if you're in the market for a 654, 754, just kind of listen to what I got to say and make a decision. I'm not here to try to sell you a tractor. I don't get a dime if you buy a TYM T754. I don't make commission or anything like that. The only thing, my relationship is to make videos to help promote the brand. That's it. No more, no less. My compensation through TYM is at the end of my contract, I keep the tractor. And so that's the deal of my contract. So we don't get paid any money. My compensation is the tractor. So at the end of 2 years, sorry about the shaky camera work up there. At the end of the 2-year contract, which I've got 1 year left, I've had this tractor for 1 year. My relationship with TYM will be over unless we as both parties agree to what the next steps are. At this point, I don't need any more tractors. I've got 3 tractors, like I said earlier in the video. So, you know, we'll have to discuss that when the time is more appropriate. Well, let's talk about the T754, what I like, what I don't like. I want to park this hammer knocker in the shade because it is 6,000 degrees outside. So with that being said, I've been mowing for about an hour and the temp gauge is 181 degrees. The aftermarket temp gauge. So that's the very first thing that I don't like about this T754. The T754 does not come with a temperature gauge at all. When you crank up, you're going to get a light somewhere around in here. Oh, that's it right there. And that's when you know if it's overheated or not. And I'm like, man, what in the world was TYM thinking, not putting a temperature gauge on their tractor that 9 times, well, I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10, but maybe 75-80% of the people that have these tractors are going to be hay farmers. So why in the world would you be out baling hay and not be able to keep an eye on your temperature gauge? And I don't think they fixed that with a new model neither. So, you know, that's a foul on TYM to not put that on there. But I will say this. I know the research and development guy that makes all the new designs and stuff for TYM. That dude, first of all, he's a really good guy. Second of all, he really listens. And so I think the next iteration, not the new one that's coming out because he didn't have anything to do with that, But the one that's coming out after that, I'm sure, because he listens to the consumer, and he'll put, I guarantee the next one will have a, not the next one, the next one. It'll have it on there, I'm sure. Okay, creature comforts, no big deal here. Back glass opens. You have a vent up top if you want to do that. 4 air conditioning vents in the front. The ones in the back are the returns, so no big deal there. You have the auto manual and auto PTO. There's your PTO switch. Electronic 4-wheel drive here. And of course your headlights and hazards. All kind of standard stuff. You have split brakes, the throttle. I do like the power shuttle. It's really nice. You don't have to clutch it. You just wait till it stops, hit that on there. But I want to tell you a little bit about the power shuttle here in a sec. On this side, it's 3 ranges, low, medium, and high. You have a creeper gear here, and I'm going to talk more about the creeper gear here in a sec. And then your PTO, you have 540 and 540E. I've never used E, but I'm sure you could. On this side, you have 2 rear remote, or you have the position for 3, but you got 2 rear remote standard. I've got one for my hydraulic top link, and then one for my wings on my bat wing. You do have 3-point hitch there, and your draft control, 4 speeds, and then your loader controls. On your B pillar, you have your windshield wipers. It does have washers, and then your headlights, overhead work lights, front and back. It does have air conditioning, which works fantastic, unlike my 574, which I had to have charged, and a Kenwood radio. It does have a step on this side, and it has a step on this side. Here, I'm going to probably take that step off because I've never ever used it. No need for it to be on there. Let me show you what the back side looks like. Like I said, it comes standard with 2 remotes. Your 7-point pin connection here. You can run your hay bale and equipment through here. It does have the lever to raise your 3-point up and down. This is, one of these was disconnected the backup sensor, somewhere around in there. I have added a Cat 2. This is a Cat 2 machine. I've added a Cat 2 hydraulic top link, and I use a PTO link. You can save 5% at tractorptolink.com with HH5. You will get a slow moving vehicle triangle that goes right there. What else? I think that's about it. You know, these buttons are not operational. There's nothing that goes in there. So maybe other models have something. Maybe some European models have some 3-point control hitches there or something. Mine does not. I mentioned the creeper gear earlier. The creeper gear makes this thing go super, super slow, right? So let me show you how to access it. So you pull that handle there. Well, if you've got a brand new machine, which this one still should be connected, here, there's a lever somewhere down in here or somewhere that is your creeper gear, and it should be pinned somehow. I don't have it. I can't really zoom in and show you, but if you got a new 754 and you're trying to pull that, man, my creeper gear don't work, it don't work. Look underneath here somewhere, and that pin there, that lever is pinned in there. And then until you take that pin out, that is not, maybe it's for shipping or something. I personally have never used the creeper gear, so I don't know anything about it, but I do know it'll make you go like a 1/4 mile an hour. It is like creeper. But anyway, so if it ain't broke, just reach in there, pull the pin for the lever somewhere down in there. It's a cotter pin, and then your creeper gear will pull up and you'll be good to go. So we're talking a lot about the hours that I put on this machine, But I put a lot of hours on something else too, and that's today's sponsor is the RioLink security system. The RioLink Track Mix LTE is perfect for the homeowner. The RioLink name is synonymous with quality, and just everybody in the DIY space or homeowner space, they all get the RioLink system because it's reliable, it's dependable, it's very well made. The quality of the camera is fantastic. So this Track Mix LTE actually has two lenses, right? One's a wide lens and one is a zoom lens. Now, just like you would expect, these cameras will actually rotate, they'll pan, they'll zoom, they'll even distinguish between a person and an object. So if you have a person walking onto your property, then RioLink will notify you of a person is detected and you will be able to monitor as required. The RioLink system is awesome. The prices are well within your budget. So I will leave a link in the description for the RioLink Track Mix LTE. Check it out. Check out riolink.com for all their accessories that they have. They have all kind of cameras to suit all kind of needs. We've been using RioLink for years now at our church and in our personal lives. So you can use them for like network security, as far as networking multiple cameras together and having, you know, 10, 12, 15, I think even up to 24 cameras on your network so that you can monitor north of the building, south of the building, a playground, a parking lot, whatever the case may be. You can also have them to where you can leave them out in the field for like a trail cam use. RioLink makes trail cams. So go check out RioLink and get you a RioLink Track Mix LTE. You're not going to be disappointed. It's super easy to install. You'll be good to go. It's fantastic. Check out riolink.com. Link is in the description below. Again, mine's a Deutz engine. It's awesome. It's fuel efficient, cranks every time, don't regen. It's awesome. I chose to get the R1 tires. You do have an option of R4s. I don't think they have R14s for this particular model. But let me talk about the track, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? So the good is it's powerful, super powerful tractor. It does everything I need it to do. I like it a lot. It pulls that bat wing through some stuff. I mean, you've seen some videos of it and it works out. It don't even know that bat wing's back there. So it's really got a lot of power, which I appreciate. I mean, not only have I done the bush hogging with it, I have pulled a disc with it before and some other things. When I first got this tractor, I would do the power shuttle shift and it would kick me off like a bucking bronco, man. I'm like, golly. And I said, maybe it's just I'm not familiar with the power shuttle shift. Well, that's not the case. I don't know if it's this wiring harness. I don't think it's this wiring harness. But there's a wiring harness that goes into the cab. And from the factory, I guess South Korea, when they set the cab down on it, they pinched the wiring in that wiring harness. And it kept blowing the fuse, blowing the fuse, blowing the fuse. So me and my dealer were like, man, we can't figure it out. So I actually carried this thing back up to Rome. Now, this is a true story. I carried this up to Rome, Georgia. I had other things to do. So I was like, hey, I'll just bring it up there, let you guys take a look at it. I dropped off the tractor, and in the factory there at Rome, they have a parking lot across the street. Well, I had the gooseneck trailer, so I'm like, I don't want to pull my gooseneck through Atlanta. Can I just leave the gooseneck here in the parking lot, and then I'll come back the next day and pick it all up? I'm not kidding you. I dropped the tractor off, got back, walked back to my truck, turned around, drove to the parking lot across a 4-lane highway, parked in the parking lot. The technician called and said, hey, we got your tractor ready. It was that fast. They found the pinched wire. They put a new wiring harness on it. It was done literally 5 minutes. So I was really, really super thankful for that, because the tractor had 2 hours on it. And it's never given me any other trouble. The breaking the wiring harness, they unplugged one end of it, the other end of it, replaced it, it was good to go. I will tell you this though, I've got, of those 100 hours that I've got on the machine, the 80 of them are without a loader. It does have a good loader function. I've lifted 3,000 pounds with it of cinder blocks with no ballast on the rear. I do have the rear tires loaded on the back, but it will lift 3,000 or over 3,000 pounds easily. So you can go, you can have, especially if you have ballast on the back, you'll have no problem picking up. I don't even know if it's 3,500 pounds, somewhere around in there. I don't know. You have to look at the technical specs, but it lifts a lot of weight. But I haven't used the loader much at all. Most of my time has been without a loader on it, probably 80%. I probably got 80 hours without a loader. So, you know, when I need it, it's there. It's easy to take on and off, but it's, you know, I just don't use it because I usually use in a Batwing. Big old beefy axles, look at those. Another thing I think TYM did wrong is they put the T754 behind the loader arm. Look at that. You can't even tell that that's a TYM. They should have put it like right here. Like it's hiding, everything's hidden, right? Oh, there it is. So 100 hours in a year. I know people are, you know, putting more hours on it than that, but that's still a good amount of hours to make a decision whether or not you like it or not. It's a good tractor. It drives good. It's comfortable. It's just bare bones. That's all there is to it. It's just bare bones. There's no bells and whistles or anything like that. You know, everybody's going to be like, oh, it's made in China. TYM's made in South Korea. So all those people that will say it's made in China have no idea what they're talking about. It is not a very well-known tractor brand, right? It's like 6th, 7th, 8th in the market shares. And you can still talk to a lot of people today that have never heard of the TYM brand. And they they sell a lot of tractors. They just, you know, as YouTubers, there's, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels that are partnered with TYM. And we're trying to help get the name out there, but they've got a ways to go. They need to work on their dealer network. You know, they need to start adding more dealers. The dealers that they have are fantastic, but they need more of them. And so they'll get there. You know, they'll just keep making those. But we've got, you know, we got another year with them in our partnership, and we'll see what happens from there. But, you know, hopefully we, you know, we're still cooking with the tractors. The 224 has 135 hours on it. The 574 has 475, 76 hours, somewhere, not quite 500 hours on it. And then we just put 100 hours on this one. So we're using these tractors. We're using them a lot. The 574 had the air conditioning problem. This one had the pinched wiring harness. But other than that, no issues, no mechanical issues at all. And I'm happy to report that. So if you're looking to get a 75 horsepower tractor and you're not wanting to spend a ton of money, the only reason I would not buy a T754, well, not the only reason, a couple of reasons I would not buy a T754. One, it doesn't have a temperature gauge. You have to add that as an aftermarket option. And I'll put the Amazon links to the stuff, or I'll put the link to the video where I did that. Wade Prunty over at Sabine River Valley helped me out a lot. And the hay equipment, don't quote me on this. You do your own research, especially if you're going to be a hay farmer. Don't quote me on this, but I think the electrical hookup, you have to run it straight to the battery for your baler, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, if you're going to make a tractor that you know some hay farmers are going to use, why not put a power source in there, you know? But anyway, you know, I like it. I love this tractor. I actually love this tractor. I like the 574. I like hydrostatic, but man, this is just, once you get used to that power shuttle, it's so nice. You know, it's a really nice machine. At least go take a look at them. Make sure that you ask the dealer a lot of questions about them. And I think you're going to be happy. Go to Country View Acres and look at all the stuff that he does with his 654. Wade over at Sabine River Valley has a 654. I've got the 754. Nathan from Out of the Woods Forestry has a 754. So there's another guy. Oh, I can't remember his name, and I apologize if he's watching this video, because he makes really good additions and modifications to his 754. His name is Bill. I can't remember his channel name, but Bill is a wonderful resource for doing modifications and additions and things like that to your 754. So go to a TYM Facebook group and search for Bill, because Bill has got it going on. And Bill, if you ever watch this video, which I don't know if you watch my videos or not, my apologies for not knowing your channel. But anyway, go check them out, drive it around, see if it feels comfortable for you. There's a dude, I don't know his name, but his channel, I think, is 3D Farming or 3D or D3 Farming, where he's trying to make a decision whether or not he's going to buy a 754 or not. He's got some pretty good videos out on it too. So go check out, I think it's 3D Farming, where he's looking at between an LS and a TYM. Anyway, go check out all those small channels, man. Like, I'm on a small channel myself, but go check out those small channels. They would appreciate you guys stopping by. That's my 100-hour review. I like it. You know, if you're looking for one, go check them out. And if it's something you want to buy, buy it. If it's something you don't want to buy, don't buy it. It's, you know, like I say, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you the pros and cons of what I think about it. All right? Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys. Check out this video right here. It's awesome. God bless.